directly, and maybe those are some of the concerns that will come up for his clarification. Of course, there's everybody, there is a general consensus in Uganda that people are appreciating what they are doing, but also there is a general consensus that there are some worries about the method. But of course, let's give him an opportunity to come and then interface with the committee. I hope he will be able to clarify on some of those issues. Some of them might be maybe there is miscommunication, maybe you did not understand, maybe he's working with the relevant and right organs, maybe the public service ministry is part of this. Let's get to hear from him when he comes. Good thing is the one who realized that there was a need for him to interface with this committee. We are only presenting the meeting, because for him he preferred to meet us in the field, but for us we are saying no, let's start here, and then if we resolve that it is proper for us to go out and work together, well, we will see us in the field with him. That are not we are not aware of. The 11th Parliament left behind a backlog of 6,000 reports unattended to. We did not find a draft report or a file of work that had been started off. So Parliament, the Speaker, resolved together with other stakeholders that we redo this work. So we are going to start with the work that would have been done by the 11th Parliament. 6,000 reports. From schools, medical health centers, institutions of higher learning, local governments, from sub-counties, town councils, municipalities, and districts. Then there are also projects like Matip, USMID, and a number of those projects under local government, you know about them. First of all, today we have gone through and approved our work plan. Of course, our work plan is guided by the budget and funds available. The members have approved the work plan. We hope that by next week we shall be in the field, and we have agreed that we shall work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because of the workload we have. For your information, this committee is handling the business that was left behind by the 11th Parliament, which has a total of about 6,000 reports. And we are expecting that by December, the Auditor General will submit another set of reports that are expected to be about 4,000. We don't want to talk much about what the 11th Parliament did and or did not do, but the fact of the matter is that a lot of work remained undone, and the 12th Parliament has resolved to start with that, because we cannot just throw away reports that were made by the Auditor General because of the fact that the 11th Parliament lapsed. Today, we have also considered a request that has been made by the Ministry of Local Government, requesting this committee to join it in its ongoing campaign codenamed the Anti-Corruption and Accountability Exercise, which we have been invited to participate as a committee in various activities, starting with the ongoing exercises in Masaka. The committee members have studied and considered the letter written to us by the minister, Maybe I can read it for you. To say, invitation to participate in the anti-corruption and accountability exercise. The chairperson of the Public Accounts Committee, Parliament of Uganda, Kampala, dated 21st July 2026. I write to invite the honorable members of the Public Accounts Committee to participate in the anti-corruption and accountability exercise that I will be conducting in the following governments: Masaka City, Masaka District, Sembabule, Lakai, from the 27th to 31st. Going forward, as we shall be updated, the exercise aims to assess service delivery, monitor the implementation of government programs, promote accountability, and identify corruption and financial mismanagement in local governments. The exercise is intended to strengthen accountability and transparency in local governments through inspection of public projects, assessment of service delivery, verification of the implementation of government programs, review of public expenditure, and engagement with citizens on governance and accountability issues. It will also provide an opportunity to identify instances of corruption, financial mismanagement, and other administrative weaknesses requiring immediate intervention. Given your committee's constitutional oversight role over utilization of public resources, your participation will greatly enrich the exercise by providing parliamentary oversight, promoting accountability, and supporting efforts to ensure that the public funds are managed efficiently and in accordance with the law.
It's good that the minister has appreciated, first and foremost, we appreciate the effort of the minister and his team in regard to fighting corruption and implementing this term's agenda to fight no more corruption. So it's good that the minister has appreciated the function and the duties of this committee and has thought of bringing us on board. So we highly welcome his letter to invite us to join him in the fight of corruption. This committee indeed is being guided by the procedure which is driven by the parliament. We are guided on operations by the rules of parliament, and a minister is also a member, more or less, because he's in line with this committee, where we need some report from the minister to guide him or him to guide us on update us on the operations. We invite him. And then at the same time, we share with him our mandate under the procedure at which this committee runs, so that we can be at the same position of fighting corruption. So some of people should not interpret it differently, that now the committee is fighting the minister, is fighting what he's doing. No, we need to move at the same page. We need to move together. The way he has found it fit to invite us to join him, we need to agree on common approach on how we can all move down and fight corruption. So we encourage everyone. Fighting corruption is not the work of only the minister or we members of the committee. It should be the duty of all Ugandans. Should you find any way how you can fight corruption? We have seen many Ugandans come out as whistleblowers. That's one way of fighting corruption. To different entities, you can communicate to us. Our chair is here. You can communicate to IGG. So fighting corruption is not only a mandate of the minister or this committee. So we find it fit for all of us to join as Ugandans to fight corruption, because it's one of the hindering factor to our development. So we have agreed as a committee that we are going to have the minister with us, harmonize on the common approach, guide each other legally to see that as per our operations, we are not outside the law, so that our aim is achieved within the boundaries of law. I thank you.
With us here, perhaps next week, to engage, to interact, will enable us also be able to raise that properly with the minister, to point out issues that might have missed, that the ministry has to address, to look at as well. So it's important that we appreciate each other, the approaches that are on the table. As my colleague already said, we need to be able to situate all of the actions that we take within the law itself. But also I would like to note that the committee, through the chair, have been invited by the minister as well for a meeting, for an engagement with key stakeholders from all over the country, I think on 5th next week, that's Wednesday. And our chair has been given a slot to say a few things, to note a few things that might be of consequence to the stakeholders. So we're looking forward to that meeting as well. If we have time on the 5th, because as the chair already said, we have a very full inbox that we need to sort out one by one. So we are hoping that that very important meeting event that is going to be hosted by the Minister of Local Government next week is going to give us the opportunity to engage and to set out some of the preliminaries, to make sure that the stakeholders across the country get to see what we are seeing from this side as well, and we agree within the limits of the law itself. So I would like to say that, to also reiterate to the rest of the country that this committee is committed. Under our able chair, we are going to do everything that is expected of us to contribute properly within the law to the fight against corruption. I also would like to congratulate the ministry for whatever work it's doing along that line, in trying to address matters of corruption. But we'll do it properly, we'll do it together, and we'll do it to the extent